Good afternoon, YouTube. Let's check this out a minute here. Let's see. Gotta get everything set up. Let's see here. Contact. Let's see here. Let's get the chat going. Chat going. Alrighty. Looks like we've got everything running here. Okay, you're looking at the boneyard. This is the camera boneyard. Chat going. Drinks. This is the boneyard, the collection of camera parts. Titanium. Sensors. Another sensor. Controller boards. Compact flash. There's another sensor. LCD screens. NEC chips. Compact flash. Compact flash. Heat sinks. All kinds of memory. Oh, that one says Nikon. LCD screens. Motors. Displays. Nikon 520-1-1. Compact flash. Sony. That's a Sony. Sony screen. Lens mount. Lens mounts. All kinds of. Ah, there's another chip. Sensor. Lots of sensors. DSLR. Viewfinder. Viewfinder? Is that what it is? LCD screen. I think everything's working. Camera's working. Check this out. I'm using OBS software. Looks like things are looking good. Okay, so more titanium. Very light. Titanium. Actually, that's what that went on there. Super light. This is a D2, Nikon D2. Okay, let's put this aside. Got the trash can ready. All right, here is our patient today. Nikon D200. Bought this off of eBay for almost nothing. I think it belonged to a school or a college. It's definitely dead. They said it was dead. Made in Thailand. Battery door is missing. Memory door is off. I put a good battery in here. Nothing is working. So we're going to make a pile of parts out of this, and we're going to see what's inside. That's actually a good lens cap. body cap. Alright, we're going to need some tools. Never done a D200 before. Concept's pretty the same though. Find a bunch of screws. We're going to pull it apart. So let's just dig right into it. We've got graveyard screws sitting here. Once again, this is James from JRodPhotoArt, and we're taking apart a Nikon D200. We are in the basement workbench today, and I've got to get the right screwdrivers. Torques aren't going to help us. First screw I put on there would not get a good bite. Wow, I need to tip this down for a second. Let's see here. One second. Get more tools out here. More tools. There we go. Another tool set. Let's try this guy. Gotta have a good bite on these screws or they're not going to come apart. Wow, that guy does not want to behave. The very first screw I'm trying to tackle. Let's get some more tools. Okay, that's got a good bite. Always have lots of tools. Let's see here. There we go. Get the right bite on that Phillips. You can start taking stuff apart. There's a little motor drive for the older Nikon F-mounts. Alright, we're taking apart a Nikon D200 today. This thing's heavy. It's a tank. I know it's Sunday afternoon, football time. I've got all my work done today. Let's see here. Okay, look at that. Let's see here. Oh. Look at that. First part's coming off. There's your F mount. We're going to make a pile of parts. I'm just going to tackle every screw I can find. We're going to pull it apart. See what's inside a Nikon D200. Tiny, tiny screws. There's the old charger port. 3-prong proprietary Nikon. Where are all the screws? There's more down here. I'm just going to keep tackling screws because that's what I like to do. Just keep taking this thing apart blindly. Make sure you have lots of Phillips screwdrivers when doing this. You want the right bite on that screw or you're going to strip it. And then you've got to get the drill out. And it's good to have, of course, the twisty kind here so you can get a good grip like this. Get on there. Take it apart. I'm just going after every screw I can get a hold of. Lots of them on the bottom here. And this is, of course, holding on to the bottom plate. Take all the screws apart. I'm sure there is a proper technician way of pulling apart a camera. I try not to be brutal with it. You know, hammer and nails, hammer and pliers, but we'll just see how well we can take it apart by taking it apart, pulling some screws off. There's a bunch of them on the bottom here. So Logitech has a new camera coming out. It's on an arm. I'm using a Logitech webcam facing straight down. They've got a new one coming out that comes on a two-piece arm, and you can slide it around. But I think it's going to be $400. I signed up for it, for information on it, but $400, and this guy does just as well. But the camera itself can move around a lot better. So, I don't know, it might be worth doing the way I've got this set up. I'm using the free OBS streaming software. So I can run 2 cameras, which is really nice. And it's free. The best part, free. Free 99, as some will say. What do we got here? Something was kind of loose here. Yep. He's not quite ready to come out. Alright, we got some screws there. Screws. I got screws in here, little baby ones. You see them? This is a heavy camera, Nikon D200. I think that was the last of the CCD sensors. For Nikon, compact flash, nice battery. Let's see here. It's got a battery grip too. There we go. So I have a working D200 with the grip on the bottom, and I've actually taken some pictures with that. I will not get rid of that one for now. But well, I thought about selling it, but it works. Something about a CCD sensor. I have taken apart a lot of the screws on here. Oh, there's the flash. Flash will come apart. A lot of baby Phillips's screws on here. Hopefully you can see. Captain Howdy. Haha. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I am taking apart a Nikon D200. What do you think? This is of course a non-working camera. I think there's an electrical problem on it. No power whatsoever. Will not operate. Thank you so much for stopping by. This Sunday afternoon, having some fun on the JRodPhotoArt Workbench, taking apart some stuff. Thanks for stopping by. It's always fun. This is if you ever need to take apart a working D200, I am literally taking apart every screw systematically. I'm not going to try to damage it taking it apart, but we'll see. Take a look at the insides of this thing, see what it's made of. It is a beautiful camera, Nikon D200. I've got a lot of screws taken off of this already, and the whole thing doesn't it doesn't want to come free yet. Let's see. I've taken several other bodies apart. I am looking for screws. I have taken a lot of these off. Usually, alright, let's go back to the front. Wow, I may be in trouble here. Let's see. Might have to take apart the rubber on here. Get a drink. Let's see here. Got some more parts coming across the front here. Don't want to to just rip stuff apart. I want to let it just come out. Alright, we need to find some more screws. I'm wondering if I've got to take off the rubber on this guy. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, I'm sure this camera has done its time. Trained. Let's see if I can do a little bit of this. Let's see. This thing is really put together. Usually, I am run out of screws, but you know what? This piece here probably... There it goes. So here's the back plate. He's just kind of popping open here. I'm probably missing a screw in here. A ribbon cable. They pop off pretty easy. I'm thinking this back piece has got to come off. There's probably some screws under here. Probably can be easily replaced. Yep, there we go. Yep. Yep, look at there. Okay. We're on to something. Peel that off. Best to make sure you don't have any fingernails. It's tough. Alright, let's see here. I'm sure those can be easily replaced with the right part. I'm thinking the front of this has got to come off. I'm just going to get in here. I know you would never do this with it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. We're going to pull him off. He's nothing but glue. He's going right in the dumpster. Alright, we got lots of screws in here now. There's the body. I wonder if he's titanium also. Very well could be. But look, here's the screws we're looking for right here to pull the back plate off. I didn't have to pull the rubber off on previous cameras. Let's see. Let's just keep on going. Screws. I'm going to take this guy off. I don't want to break it, but there we go. Just pop. There we go. There we go. There's our first big part coming off. Let's pull the ribbon cables off. Let's do it kind of nicely here. Maybe I can get that. There we go. Couple ribbon cables in here. There we go. There's the first major part is off. The back end LCD. Start making a pile of parts. Now we're getting somewhere. Lots more screws are available. Let's keep going. Look at those screws. That's a bunch of screws. A couple D70s in there. A couple Nikons. Part of Canon. I'll keep my eye open for a few more. It's fun to do. I like to grab every screw out of here and make sure I got it. floor. Long Rider, how you doing? Welcome to the party. We are taking apart a Nikon D200. This one was actually difficult to get open. I actually had to peel the rubber off to get inside to the right screws to pull the back off of this camera. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. It's Sunday. More screws. More screws over here. Sorry about the camera angle, but I think you guys get the gist. More screws. This is all heat shielding, it looks like, for the back. The sensor is going to be pretty close to underneath this. Let's see here. And we got another one right here. I like to take it down, get all the parts off of it, take it down to the body, take the sensor out. There's usually some adhesive under here, kind of like the other ones. Let's take a look. I think there's a screw in here. Yeah. Yep. Okay, now we're cooking. These plates are usually sharp. He's going right into the can. Let's see what we got here. Let's try to chat. There we go. Okay, look at this. This has got a very big board on the back of it. Looks like Samsung memory chips. Nikon Japan chip there. Lots of interface stuff here. Lots of these little tiny chips. Very nice. Very well laid out. Of course, they got it crammed into here. Compact flash over here on the side. I'm just going to keep grabbing screws. I'm going to grab some lemonade. Spent the afternoon breaking up the fall leaves. They should be picked up tomorrow. Uh-oh. We got a part coming off. There goes the bottom. Look at that. It came free and clear. So if you want to know how well your tripod mount goes on there, it was held on with, there are 4 screws in here. Let's see. There it is, right there. This little guy right here. 4 screws holding him on. You can torque him down. He's not going anywhere. That's a cool part to keep. This guy, let's pull that screw out. Let's see here. Screws out. This guy's not worth keeping. He's done. Dumpster for him. This is probably a bunch of power board under here. Lots of wires. Let's keep going. Grab this guy. Yep, he's done. All these little tiny accessory pieces. These little tiny pieces. I get rid of those. Because this is, I'll show you this again. Look at the graveyard. Look at all these parts. Sensors, LCDs, Nikon titanium, Canon parts, chips, sensors. This is cool. You want to do some macro photography? Do it on here. Okay, let's dig in here. I'm going to keep you guys all day. Once again, this looks like a little ferrite cube used to cut down on emissions, electrical emissions, and transferring of cables. Alright, he's right there. Let's try to pull as many of these little guys off. He's out. Oh no! There's the phone. Hopefully the wife will get that. Hopefully. There we go. These little parts can trash. He's tucked under there. I'm gonna grab the rest of these. There. Wow, that's a lot of wires. He's gone. This is the Nikon D200. There we go. It is coming apart. I bought this dead, parts as is, would not power on. I think it was a school camera, probably for photography class. Let's keep going. Lots of screws under here. DSLR, Nikon. I'm sure this thing was not cheap when it first came out. It was a heck of a camera. They still are if you got a working one. So I do have a working one. Maybe I'll get a video on that one. It's got the dual battery grip at the bottom. I think it is the last of the CCD sensor Nikon DSLR camera bodies. Good set of screwdrivers is a must. It's a really hard Phillips bit set. Go to Sears, actually go to Lowe's. Lowe's has all the Craftsman tools now. This little pack here I bought, it was what, 10 bucks, 20 bucks. Still working it. Let's see here. Another screw. These are the camera angles, okay? I think you can see. Alright. Let's see here. A lot of these are kind of put down by glue. Well, this one's got wires on it. Let's see if we can pull this guy out. There's some big cables. There's some massive cables in the bottom of this guy. Look how big this is. It's a bunch of licorice in here. Let's see if he can come out. I like to take it apart. I don't like to just rip it apart, but we'll see. He doesn't want to come out just yet. This guy's soldered on. He's not going to help. He's probably going over to the capacitor or something. Those wires. I see a screw. Let's see here. We'll come back to the back side here. This board's going to have to come out eventually. Let's see if we can get this guy off. Yep. Oh, look at this. Here's the first. Look at that big old Nikon right there. Okay, so we've got some parts in here that are soldered on. They're not coming off. Here comes the snips. Okay, point of no return. This guy's coming apart. We're going to do a snip. We're going to do a snip. 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 There you go. Here's your first big motherboard. These are probably memory chips. They say Samsung. Definitely some sort of controller board. This is a cool one to keep. Nice little Nikon E1 131. Samsung, Nikon. You know what? I need to get my glasses. I should have brought my glasses down. That would have been helpful. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know if you guys can see that. Sorry about the lighting. Okay, that's a cool part. There's the door. He's gone. This guy's gone. These little miscellaneous parts. These are cool parts. Eye cup. Maybe I'll keep that. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, you know what's under this? That's going to be the sensor. Alright, let's keep going. Let's get some screws apart here. JRodPhotoArt here. taking apart a Nikon D200. Why? Why not? Something fun. You want to see inside of a camera? This was a nice camera. Could it have been repairable? I think if you sent it back into Nikon, I think you could have gotten repaired. I think it had some sort of power problem. I haven't seen any evidence of it, but who knows? One little chip, it could be a $5 chip, but it could be $100 to repair. For a camera you can buy working condition under 200 bucks. Most definitely. So sometimes it's not worth it. It's got some big screws here. Let's see here. We're just gonna keep taking Phillips. Everything's a Phillips. Let's see here. Give it a little tug. Look at that. There it is. It's coming off. You know what's behind this? That should be the sensor. There it is. Nikon. Oh, somebody wrote on there N96. That is CCD sensor. Yes, Greg. Surgery. There we go. Look at this. Nikon CCD sensor. This is the heart of it right here. Take a look. Nikon D200. That's cool. Nikon D200. You know what? Let's see here. Let's do a quick little lookup. Nikon D200, 10.2 megapixel, single lens reflex. Nice look at that right there. If I can get the glare working here. Definitely has a shield, piece of glass on top of it. Something. Somebody hand wrote on here, N96. 96. Let's check Wiki real quick. I mean, this is the brains of it right here. Let's see. What's the date? D200 was succeeded by the D300 in 2007. When did the D200? 10.2 megapixel. When did it come out? Interchangeable. So it came out around the D2X time. D200 lacks an integrated vertical battery. That's okay. Main competitor, the D200 with the Canon EOS. The D200 was announced in November of 2005 with an initial estimate selling price $1,700. So this camera was $1,700 in 2005. Let's go back here. Surgery, yeah. Heart transplant. Well, this guy is not going back. Thanks for stopping by, Greg Wilson, Nature Photography. Good to have a little company. JRodPhotoArt here from James from JRodPhotoArt here. Just having fun. Having a workbench, taking apart a camera. Drinking lemonade. So this is what's cool. I'll show you once again here. Sorry, this is not the first time I've taken apart a camera. Look at the boneyard. So why am I doing this? It's fun. I was trained as an electronics technician. I've always been an electronics technician. Good grief. So I've always been fascinated with parts and taking things apart. There we go. So we're gonna keep that guy. Now I know if you touch this shutter on here, it's gonna fall apart. So I'm gonna try to keep him intact. Little baby pieces can go. Why are you doing the surgery? Greg, it's just fun, something to pass the time. Show people what's inside a DSLR. Now, would I ever be a actual camera repair guy? If I was trained, I'm sure I could easily do it. I mean, there's You know, I'm sure there's guides in a proper way to take apart a camera. I mean, every little thing in here, if you do it correctly under the right workbench and the circumstances, you should be able to fix anything in here. But I imagine, you know, I've already cut some wires, but you'd have to have some wire. Some of these wires are soldered, but with the right workbench and the right soldering, you can get in there and repair stuff. But is a camera that's almost 20 years old worth repairing? So it's 2003, came out 2005, so almost 20 years old. But if you got a working one, this is what it looks inside a Nikon D200. I'm going to take it all the way down to the frame. Take the box of this out. Camera surgery. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's go. The top of this is going to come out. Oh, I see an integral screw right down in here. This whole top will come off. The front will come off. The DSLR box will come off. The whole mirror should come right out. This thing has still got a lot of heft to it. I probably got to pull this rubber off. These guys, if you pull hard enough, I don't want to rip it apart. He probably comes off. But we know for a fact, though, that there are screws under this rubber, so I'm going to pull him off. First time I had to pull the rubber off to get to some screws. I'm sure this can easily be replaced with a brand new part. Or actually, if you put that back on, it probably won't be too bad. Yep, definitely got some screws right here in the front to pull the front of this thing off. Yeah, it's just fun, Greg. You know, I've always loved taking stuff apart, building stuff, soldering, building electronic components. Why not? This camera cost me very little on eBay. They said it was broken. I tried to get it working. Good battery, no response whatsoever. So let's see what's inside it. Thanks for stopping by. It's YouTube. I just keep grabbing screws. Get a bite on this. There it goes. I like to catch every screw. Lots of screws. Lots and lots of screws from lots of cameras. You know, D70, I've taken those apart. I've got a couple D70s. I've taken D70, D80, Canon. I've taken a bunch of lenses apart. They are a real pain to take apart. Lenses are very hard to take apart if you don't have the right tool. Let's see here. This whole top of this camera is going to come off soon. Actually, I think the front's got to come off. Take a look how well these are. The guy's going to be on there. You'll see. These parts you can actually order. People buy these little tabs here. Let's see here. Yeah, there's going to be some screws underneath. This thing is built like a tank. Alright, let's go in this side. One on the side here. I don't think there was Jeff Neville. I don't think he did the live stream last night. I think he was busy, had to do something else. Thank you so much, Jeff, for continuing the live streams on Saturday nights for Chuck. I hope Chuck is doing well from what I hear. Okay. Look at that. There we go. There's this whole piece came right off. I didn't have to rip that apart. That's in the box. Let's see. That's probably a big capacitor for the flash. Keep on going here. Some pieces are just put together. Let's see here. Ah, there's the screw here for the top. There's probably one on the other side too. Let's see. This whole top piece should come off. Ah, darn it, I threw a screw away. Usually don't do that, but let's see. Looking for screws. Ah, you give it a little lift. Alright, this front plate has to come off. You see this front DSLR piece. Screw. This right here is a seam. Screw, screw. I don't think. Let's pull these apart here. Lots of screws. I threw one away, but I think I'll live. Let's see. You ever need any screws? Got lots of screws. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Every little screw counts. Oh, got parts falling off. A piece of something. That was not worth keeping. Not worthy of the boneyard. Sometimes you need the pliers to reach that screw. There's sticky stuff. A magnetic screwdriver is always helpful. Pulls the screws out. Sticks like that. Moving right along. Maybe a screw under here. Let's get him underneath this goo. Nope. This front nut, what is holding this front piece on? Aha! Got a screw right here. So the CCD sensor doesn't look much different from a CMOS sensor. Okay. There's a screw under here. Let's see. Screws, screws, screws. Oh, let's see. There it goes. See, he's sitting in there. He might have a little. This guy's probably gonna come off. The switch. You know what? Let's look under here. Aha! There we go. Hidden under the flash. Right under here. Get these two out. Make sure that front plate's coming off. The whole DSLR box, the mirror box should all come out. At least the front of it. Make sure you got a good bite. Press hard. You don't want to strip these screws because they can be stripped. So make sure you've got multiple decent screwdrivers with very hard anodized. Yep, there we go. Okay. Pull him to this little guy here is probably going to come out. Let's see. Probably, I'm sure there's some special tools for taking apart some of these things. Let's see. There it goes. I don't think I broke it, but it just snapped off. Alright. He's got a little rubber. Little rubber. Oops, you gone. Yeah. He's gone. Let's see. So there you go. I'm getting into the body here. let's see. The top of this is going to come off next. Alright. Probably some screws underneath. Let's see. That one's in there. There's under. I don't think that comes off. That one's there. Screw is gone. Screw is gone. He's lifting up. I think there might be something under here. Let's see. Does this guy come up? I don't want to be too destructive. Let's see here. Knobby knob. Screw, screw. Looking for more screws. Screw. There's one under there, but I don't think that's any good. This, he's almost up. Let's see, where's the tension? Seems like it's under here. Yeah, well, if I had the directions, I'd probably take this apart. I want to break it all the way down to the body. Where's the body? I bet you that's titanium or aluminum. It's coming up a little bit. We got a screw under here. Be careful not to cut your hands. Let's get a drink. Okay, diopter maybe. Nope. Alright, Mr. Nikon D200. Screw, screw. This plate doesn't look like... Does this come off? Wait a minute, I thought there might be a screw under here. Maybe not. Let's see. No. What's that look like? Those are contacts. Let's look under here again. Where are you in Flash? Screw. He's on top of here. Let's see. I see a screw under here. Maybe. Can I get a bite on him? Nope. Got some gunk in it. Can't get a bite. Scratch it a little bit. Alrighty, don't stump me here. He's trying to come out. Maybe there's... Oh, there we go. Of course, he's out. There's a screw under here. We got a screw under here. Everything has its place. The engineering that goes into these cameras. That probably comes right out. Look at that. He's gone. Another screw. He's out of here. I can get some more. There's the memory card reader. There's some screws back here. Let's see what we got. Just keep on going. As you can tell, I'm not the big football fan. I'm sure there's tons of cool games running today. Sunday, of course. Him out. Okay, we got all kinds of parts coming. Look at that. Oh, look at this. That is a burnout chip. So something right there, that's not good. That could have shorted out all kinds of stuff. Nikon, if you're watching, I wonder if you know about this. Back side of the memory card, compact flash, that's definitely damaged. That's not normal. This is kind of reassuring. Now we know for sure that there's physical damage inside this machine. Physical electronic damage. Alright, we've got to get in here and figure out how to take the top off. There is a screw up under here. He gone. Let's see. I've gotten a lot of these screws off. Where is something that's holding on to this guy? I'm looking hard. Anything else we could take apart? Let's just keep, oh yeah, look at this. Okay, look at that. Look at the black right in there. You see that? Right there. Something, this is the other side of it, ate that heat. The heat from that, let's pull him off, melted. Yeah, it was the back of this. So the back of this guy was laying down on there. This little piece right there, dead. Nikon, you know about that one? Let's see. Let's see, screws. So something on the back side of the memory, the compact flash. Well, that's good to know. I mean, you know, it would have been odd. Well, it could have been anything. One little chip could have just, you know, gone bad on the inside of it. But this has got physical heat. Let's see. We gotta get in here somehow. Something is holding the top of this camera together. Let's see it. Where's the resistance? I'm thinking it's in here. I want to save that shutter though. Let's see. I don't think. I'll just keep going, I guess. Let's see. There's more wires. That's gone. Some of these will not come off. They will have to be snipped. There's a screw under here. Let's get this guy. I like keeping the circuit boards. They're just cool. Pile of circuit boards in the boneyard. Okay, this guy's coming off. Alright, well, I've got a lot of soldered parts on here. Soldered wires. We're going to play snip snip. Snip snip. Red and black shows the power, of course. This is probably these big resistors and stuff in here. This is probably somewhat of a power supply with those heavy. And look, the wires here were coming right over in here to the battery compartment. That was probably the, what do you call it? The DC voltage board, voltage regulator module or something like that. Alright, make some room. Okay, we gotta get this body apart. Alright, let's look over here. Nikon, you did good on this one. This thing is on there. Let's see. He wants to come apart. This back side. I wonder if there's something big, huge screen on here. Alright, this thing is not going to win. Let's see, under here. A little tension. Screws are gone, screws are gone. The tension is, oh darn it, I hit the shutter again. Gotta be careful, I'm trying to save the shutter. Something is under here. I don't think he's coming apart. This eyepiece, the viewfinder. Okay, you are not stumping me today, Nikon, come on. No screw, no screw. Let's see, a screw there. Screw, a couple screws here. There's some screws in here. I don't think they're related, but let's pull them apart. Okay, you gotta have a minuscule. Get them apart. Maybe there's a screw hidden underneath. Okay, we've got some parts coming up. Metal shavings. Let's clean the bench. Another one in here. Maybe this is. I'm sure there's an order of operations to get inside this thing. Because what if you had to replace more stuff? So this guy. Those two screws don't seem to like each other. The flash strobe. There is nothing down in there. Alright, Mr. Nikon, you've got to get this out of here. Let's see. Got a screw in here. Screws. Yep, we definitely had some damage there. I had one in there, but that doesn't seem to. The top of this has got to come off next. Something. There's one in here. That's just holding the body on, but maybe something's underneath. See a screw? Take it apart. No help. And there is something holding on to him underneath. Wow. Come on, Mr. Let's see here. I am running out of screws. Up underneath. Underneath. On the side. Got a good screw right here. Let's see. Trying to hit that shutter. Mechanical shutter. See a screw, pull a screw out. Got some cables here. I'm going to cut him. Snip, snip. It's the red wire. No, the black wire. Snip. Watch out for capacitors. They can hold energy. Let's see. There's no way. See, he's free. I'm pulling him. There is a screw somewhere. How do you take the top of this apart? I wonder, is there something behind these knobs? I've seen worse. Let's see if we. Sometimes the knobs are pressure fitted on. He's probably broken. Focus selector. He's toast, but he's on the top. Okay. Alright, what is going on here? Screw, screw. No screws in here. This piece isn't coming off. This guy. Nikon, you built a good one here. That's not a screw. That piece is gone. I'm out of screws. Well done, Mr. Nikon. You can see he is wanting to come out, but there. Maybe I gotta wiggle him some more. Maybe there's tape. Maybe there's tape. Some pressure. Screw, screw, screw. Ah, I hit the shutter. I was hoping not to damage the shutter. Alright, let's pop some more cables off. Ow. Alright, how long have we been going here, guys? Let's see. Where is my timer? Oh well. I'm running the OBS software. Okay. I don't know how much more I'm going to go with this. This guy is definitely kicking my butt. Let's see here. I want to get down to the frame and pull more of these parts apart and get the shutter out. He's gone. This top has got to come off. Wow, can you imagine trying to get in here? How much stuff do you got to take apart? I'm not seeing a screw under here. You know what? That knob, I don't think that knob is our culprit here. Maybe. The after knob does not want to come free. Okay. I am out of screws. It's getting kind of boring now because I can't get the top of this guy off. I don't think there's anything snapped in. Trying. Maybe it's one of those snap fittings where it goes on and doesn't come off, or you're done. There's a screw under there. But that's underneath this lid. There's nothing. There's nothing. I think there's something underneath here. Alright. I'll tell you what. We're going to call it a day. James from JRodPhotoArt here. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to keep at this for a little while. When I get more into this, I will post some pictures of it all taken apart. Once again, Nikon D200 CMOS sensor. I'm sorry, CCD sensor. The last of the CCD sensors. Thank you folks for joining. Captain Howdy, Long Rider, Greg Wilson, Nature Photography. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great Sunday. Have a great weekend. And we're all back to work this week. Okay, I'm signing off. Thank you so much. Have a great day.